Let's take your skills to the next level with this one simple skin retouching technique you've been missing. In today's video, I'm going to show you one simple retouching technique that will help you improve your retouching skill and take your works to the next level. My name is Akode, by the way, and welcome to my channel. If you love to learn retouching and find videos like this helpful, then subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to like this video as well. Without further ado, let's jump straight into Photoshop and start editing. All right, so this technique is quite simple, very simple and very helpful as well. So right on the spot, you can see we have our image over here and we have some pimples on the face and stuff that isn't looking all that good. So first and foremost, we're going to attempt to remove the visible pimples from the face. So we're going to do that by first duplicating our background layer over here. We're going to press Ctrl and then J to make a duplicate over here like this, as you can see. And then we're going to go back here and then we're going to come to our tools panel. And then we're going to select the patch tool. That is this one. That's what we're going to use to clean our pimples, right? So right here, we're going to start here, right? So we're going to select our patch tool like this. And then we're just going to circle and then just drag it to a clean area like that. So this is the first thing we're going to do. So just drag any visible obstructions in the image. You're just going to circle and then drag it to a much cleaner area. This one as well. This method actually helps and then it prevents you from overdoing it or making this again once you separate your textures and in your tones in future layers that are going to be creating. When you do it now, it's once and for all. You do this, you're not going to do it again. But once you don't do it and then you wait till you do it in the future, you're going to have to do it twice, which doesn't save time at all. So you're just going to do this. You zoom in. We press Alt and then use the scroll buttons to zoom in and out, in or out of your image like that. So we have some black spots over here. So we'll just circle and just drag it to a much cleaner area like that. And we're going to do the same to the side as well. The same thing here. Just circle and drag to a much cleaner area. Yes. Let me zoom out. Let's check if there are other stuff. All right. So over here, we have some here. Just circle, drag it to a much cleaner area. Always make sure you don't drag it to an area very far away from where you're actually editing, right? Yeah, so that you have the textures looking consistent. Yeah. So he's going to do here as well. So let me just quickly speed this side up. All right, so now Alt and then 0 to zoom out. So if you guys can see, let's check the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. Let me zoom in a little bit. Before and then the after. As you can see, our image is looking much cleaner. Right, so we're going to jump into the next step. So we're going to create another duplicate of this layer over here. So Ctrl J to make another duplicate like this. So we're going to come to the first layer, double click on the name, and then we're going to change this to color like this. And then we're going to double click on the name over here as well. And then we're going to change this to texture like this, as you can see. Yeah. So when that's done, we're going to put, no, let's relax for now. Let's not put it in the group. We're supposed to put it in a group, but then we can do it afterwards. So we have this now. So we're gonna hide the texture layer like this. Now we're gonna move to the color layer selected. Then we're gonna come here to filter. We're gonna move down here to blur. Then we're gonna select Gaussian blur like that. As you can see, we have this dialog over here, this box over here. So as you can see as well, the image is looking blur. Yeah, don't pay too much attention to that for now. We're just gonna drag the radius over here to the point where you don't see so much details on the image. Which I think 4.6 is fine. You don't see so much details on the image. Yeah. So I think 5.4 is fine right now. So we're gonna select OK, like that. Yeah. So our image is looking kind of blur, not as sharp as when we started, right? So we're going to come here to the texture now, select the texture layer, and then we make it visible like that. Yeah. So we're going to come now to image. Then we're going to scroll down to applied image like this. Apply image, actually. Yeah. So we have our apply image options over here. Let me just drag this to the side. And then yeah. So this is an apply image setting. So pay attention to this as well. So you're going to come to the layer over here like this. You're going to click on it and then select color. Yes. So once you do that, you're going to come here to the blending and then change this. If it's not on subtract already, you have to change it to subtract like this. Then we're going to maintain the opacity at 100. We're going to keep or change the scale to 2, and then the offset at 128. And then make sure these are unchecked. They are not checked, they are unchecked. Make sure they are unchecked. All right, then we're going to come here and then select OK like this. So as you can see, our image is looking gray and it's not looking well at all. We're going to fix that in a bit. So come here to the texture layer once more. Then we're going to come here to the blend modes. And then we're going to change this to linear lights like that. Yeah, so as you can see over here, our image is back to how it was before. All right, so we have this done. You're going to come here to the layers once again. Then we're going to press and hold Control and then click on the color layer and then Control again and then Control G to put it in a group. Let's rename this to FS, that is frequency separation. Like that. So what we just did is we separated the textures of the image and then the colors of the image, that is the tones of the image, right? So we have it in both or in 2 layers, separate layers. So we're going to work on them separately. Yeah. So we're going to select the color layer like this. But before that, I have this action created for you automatically in my digital store. So you can just check it out and then download. I have other actions and other alerts and color grading and other stuff in my digital store. You can check out the link in my description and then just check it out and then download it and then play around with it. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, it has everything created for you automatically. You don't have to go through the stress of doing all this once again. Yeah. So with that said, let's come back to our image. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and then smoothen the face, retouch the face now. So we have our first step done. So we're coming back to the main technique now. So what I mostly use is the mixer brush tool. Yeah, but in this tutorial, I'm going to show you a different style. So we're going to use the lasso tool to do this. If you want to see where the lasso tool is, this is it. Yeah, so you can find the lasso tool right here. You're going to select it like this. We're going to come to the image. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to circle around the tones like this. Then we're going to move to filter at the top over here like this. Then we're going to come down to blur. Then we're going to come to Gaussian blur like this. Yes, as you can see, we have this option over here. So we're going to drag around the radius. As you're dragging around the radius, you'll be checking the image, right? So you're going to be checking where you selected. That is this side. You're going to be checking how it's looking. So as you can see, this blur is looking a bit smooth over there. So we're going to maintain this at a 7.6. Then we're going to select OK like this. So from here, whatever we do is going to, the settings we just did is still going to maintain, right? So we're not going to repeat it over and over again. So we're going to select like this, circle around the areas, right click, and then we're going to select Gaussian blur over here. As you can see, automatically, this side has been blurred out for us. Have you seen it? Yeah, so that's basically what we're going to do to the entire image. So we're going to come here, circle, right click, Gaussian blur. As you can see, our image is looking, our skin is looking more softer than before. So Gaussian blur, going to right click multiple times just to apply your Gaussian blur effect. Right click, Gaussian blur, going to come to the side. right click, Gaussian blur, right click, Gaussian blur. If you think the effect is not happening just how you want it, you're just going to come back to filter like this. You're going to come to blur once again, select your Gaussian blur, and then you're just going to increase or decrease the effect over here like this. So 7.8 is fine. I think 9. Get to 8.2 is fine. So I'm just going to press OK. So I'm going to continue over here. Right click, Gaussian blur. Let's come here. The shadow part over here. Right click, Gaussian blur. Right click, Gaussian blur. So I'm just going to repeat this process to the entire image. And then I'm just speed through it. I'm going to be back right now. So let me zoom out. So this is what we're having. Let's check the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. This is the before and then there's the after. I don't know if you can see, but I have some level of smoothness on the skin going on. So from here, I'm going to come to my mixer brush tool, my go-to solution for retouching. So we have it over here. So there's the settings that you're gonna use. So always make sure this is set to clean brush. Make sure this is unchecked. Make sure this is not selected. Make sure this is selected. Set this to custom always. Wet at 52 is likely to change. And then we have the load over here at 48. Yeah. And then we have the mix at 57. And then we have the flow at 30%. And then we have this at 10%. All right. So this is the settings that you're going to use. If you're finding it a little bit difficult, I would advise that you just take a screenshot of it so that you use it to do your own setting. All right. So with that said, we come back to our image over here. So now I'm just going to brush, add a little bit more of the smoothness onto it. So we're going to do this on a color layer to make sure you're not overdoing it. You're just maintaining it and then doing it gradually as you build on your image. So let me quickly speed through the site and I'm going to be right back. All right, guys, so this is what we're having now. Let's check the before and after. So this is the before and there's the after. This is the before and there's the after. As you can see, there's been great change on our image. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and then just correct some tones of the image, and then we can call our image done or our retouch done. So if you're finding any issue with this image or with how I go about retouching it, you can just let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to be glad to hear from you and then answer you as well. So this is what we're having now. Let me just go to the side and then quickly fix this side as well. So we're still using our mixer brush tool to do this. You just keep brushing onto the image to just make it look much better. Zoom out like that. All right, guys, as you can see, our image is looking very nice. So this is the easiest technique you can do to get the best from your retouching. Let me select texture. Let's just remove some textures from my face as well. So you're going to use the spot healing brush to do this. So yeah, this brush. Make sure the texture layer is selected when you're doing this. Then you're just gonna remove some textures from the image. So yes, guys, this is how our image is looking. As you can see, it's looking very nice, very smooth. Everything is looking just on point. So from here, you can just go ahead and then do your color grading, add your dodge and burn and other stuff to it, just to make the image look much better. I'm gonna do other tutorials and then show you how to do your dodge and burn and then do your color grading and other things onto your image to make the image look much better. If you love this video, don't forget to like and then watch other videos on this channel hovering around over here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye for now.